Hello from Arizona.
We were able to book tickets for the Upper Canyon, and oh my gosh, it was amazing. This is my mom, and I'm so happy to have her here visiting us.
This is totally cool.
Such a mom joke.
You mentioned dinosaurs. Hello from Arizona. We just made it to Page, and man, it's freaking beautiful.
Last night, my mom flew in from Flagstaff, and she got in really late, so we pretty much just stayed at a free BLM outside of Flagstaff, picked her up, and then the first thing we did was drive to Page. We got another tire blowout on the way to Page, which was a bummer, but this amazing man fixed it in about 30 minutes, and we're back on the road. We'll be getting a spare tire later in the video. But now we are at Page, and we have so much to explore, especially with my mom being here. We really want to make the most of seeing Arizona. So we are going to do Antelope Canyon. We are going to do some hiking in the Vermilion Cliffs and Grand Escalante area of Utah. We're actually going to go to Sedona. We're going to visit the cute little town of Jerome for Halloween. Then we have to say goodbye to my mom back in Flagstaff. Yep. But there's a lot to do in this video. We're so excited to share it with you.
Yep. But for now, check out this freaking view, because Lone Rock Beach Campground on Lake Powell is insanely beautiful, and it's the perfect base camp spot to explore this little slice of heaven.
It is $14, and you need a National Parks Pass to get in, or you can pay $30 for the access pass each day. So if you don't have one of those annual passes, which you should, it'll actually cost you $45, and it's dry camping, but you're right on the beach of Lake Powell.
It's so worth it.
It's so worth it.
There is potable water, and there is a dump station here, so that's nice. So it's not boondocking, you know, you're dry camping, you're not boondocking.
Last night we actually sat outside. We've been having all of our meals outside as we look at this gorgeous view, and the sunsets here are incredible. Tonight we're going to be having a campfire. Yeah. So get ready to explore with us. We're going to have so much fun. Come on.
That's right.
Seriously, it's ridiculous that some people don't treat public lands with the same respect, but we can only do our part. So if you find trash, pick it up and throw it away. And if you are going to be parking in public lands, please take care of the lands. One of the things we wanted to do the most when we got to Arizona was go to Antelope Canyon. We wanted to do this tour because it's supposed to be spectacular, but you have to book this well in advance. So back in May, my mom figured out that you actually have to go with a tour group. This isn't something that you can just go do a hike on your own. So we were able to book tickets for the Upper Canyon, and oh my gosh, it was amazing. The lighting in there was incredible. And while you are in the canyon with a lot of people, the group tours do a great job of allowing you to kind of capture pictures, and there's moments that you're in there by yourself kind of looking at the beauty. It is definitely something that you should plan for and add to your bucket list because it was awesome. We went with the company Antelope Canyon Tours, although there are, I think, 3 other ones. We'll put a link down below so you have access to the exact one we used. It was such a great experience.
A few things you should consider when you're planning your Antelope Canyon tour is plan ahead when you're booking your tickets, because the tours sell out super quick. The company that we with actually has the advantage of being the first into the canyon. They have the earliest tour available. Me personally, I wouldn't do the earliest tour, although you'll have way less people in the canyon with you, but the lighting isn't really great super early in the morning. 10:30, 11 o'clock. That's the prime time for lighting if you're trying to get pictures. Although they do offer a photography tour that's a little bit more than the normal tour, and I think the group sizes are longer, and you might get a little bit longer in the canyon. They don't let you bring literally anything into the canyon except your phone or your camera. You can't have a gimbal, you can't have a tripod, you can't have a backpack that isn't a small little like Nike strap backpack. I literally walked in handheld, went old school, did all my shots handheld. The tour guides do a very excellent job of showing you where the most picturesque spots in the canyons are to get pictures. They even give you tips on how to set your ISO and your pro settings before you walk in on your camera, which is super helpful. Other than that, the truck you see behind me is what you're gonna ride down the dusty wash to the canyon in, and you're gonna be in the bed of the thing. Unless you get lucky and they ask for volunteers to get into the cab, because it is so freaking dusty that I was covering my face, I was tucking the camera underneath my shirt. Just be prepared for a little bit of a crowd situation, but it's not uncomfortable. And enjoy, be mesmerized by the bouncing light off of the canyon walls and take it all in while you can.
Nachos is what's for lunch. Actually, this is a really easy meal to make at home. You just make queso with milk, quality cheese, stir it all together, and we use the grain-free chips, so even though we can't order nachos in a restaurant, we can make nachos with our diet. It's delicious.
We're at the Glen Canyon Dam here in Page, and we just found out some fun facts. First of all, Page wouldn't exist without the dam being built. Crazy. The dam actually holds enough water to cover the entire country of Iceland or the state of Virginia under a foot of water. But when it's full, it has 1,960 miles of shoreline, which is almost the same distance as the entire border between US and Mexico. It's a hydroelectric dam, so it produces a ton of power for the area, and the reservoir supplies water for agriculture, which feeds millions of people. Definitely if you're driving through Page, take a little detour and stop here at the dam. It's right on 89. It's easy to stop in. The visitor center has a huge parking lot. There's actually a free camping spot across the road. So it's definitely worth a visit because it's super impressive.
When I was doing research on this area, there was a lot of mention of the possibility of seeing actual dinosaur tracks. And I found them. It's at the Glen Canyon Dam, but I still found them. These are actual dinosaur tracks from the Triassic period, and they were found in some of the sandstone here. How cool is that?
So we were walking up to Horseshoe Bend, and we just found the most amazing thing. Recycle, baby. We probably have like 2 trash cans full in a hamper of recycling and glass. So the trail to the bend is a little longer than we thought because there's like a false summit that blocks the actual canyon.
We're going. Did it there. Did it.
So like so many national monuments and national parks, there's tour bus crowds. But it's really rad. I was actually kind of on the fence about what I would think about this because it's such a done to death picture, you know what I mean? Horseshoe Bend. But to actually see the shape of the Colorado going around this little corner and with the sun setting and the purple colors and stuff on the mountains in the background is really cool. Totally worth it. Short hike, totally worth it.
And now to formally introduce, this is my mom, and I'm so happy to have her here visiting us. She flew all the way from St. Petersburg, Florida, where we're from.
Hi! And I'm so happy to be here with Liz and Dennis, and it's been amazing so far.
And we chose Arizona because she really wanted to come out here. She had never been to Arizona, and obviously we had not either. And we get to spend time together, which is so nice. We decided to stop in Big Water at the Visitor Center for the Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument. Even though we already visited that back when we were in Bryce, we decided we would visit it again here because they had information about dinosaurs. And I love dinosaurs. I think they're really fascinating and interesting. And they actually have fossils, and the museum showed how in this area, the Grand Staircase National Monument, how it actually has changed from hundreds of millions of years ago to the landscape it is today, and showed what dinosaurs were here. They've actually found one dinosaur that was only discovered here and one other fossil in Asia, and it's the only two in the entire world, and you can see it here. It's definitely worth coming to.
Get ready to have your Jurassic Park dreams smashed, because this is the actual life size of a velociraptor. And Jurassic Park makes them look gigantic. Now, they were super ferocious. They did hunt in packs. They were super smart, but they weren't as big as the movie makes you believe.
Last day in Page, and we wanted to do a hike. So we looked in the area around Page, and we actually found Toadstool Trailhead. It's a relatively easy hike. It's about just under 2 miles round trip, and it only has a 100-foot elevation gain, which isn't bad. And you're gonna hike to actual toadstools, which is kind of like a hoodoo, but it's gonna be really skinny, and then it's gonna have a flat top like a mushroom head or a mushroom top. So let's go on the hike.
Totally cool.
Such a mom joke.
Yay, Theo is here. And not just a couple days ago. Think about the Toadstool Trail.
I thought it was great. It was relatively easy, and when we got back there and saw all the toadstools, it was really neat. It was definitely worth the hike, and anyone my level can definitely do it.
It seems to be pet friendly, although I can't confirm that, but people did have dogs that were walking out whenever we were walking in. So if you have your pet, possibly bring them with you.
It's tire changing time. We told you that we had the blowout, so we wanted to make sure we replaced the spare before we are actually heading down back towards Sedona. So the only place that we could find in Page that actually had trailer tires was Walmart. So we're trying to use our tire warranty to pay for it, but unfortunately Walmart doesn't accept payments over the phone. They won't fax anything in. So we actually are going to pay for the tire, and then we have to send for the reimbursement. No big deal. The tire ended up coming up to just under $100, so it's really not a huge expense. It's mainly just time sitting in a Walmart waiting for them to finish replacing our tire. But then we're going to head into Sedona. We're going to go out for a nice dinner tonight, relax and enjoy this beautiful area, and then do lots of exploring in Sedona. We're going into Sedona. Come on.
Happy Halloween! We're late for everything.